YouTube is LMERicoTv, man. I'm back with another video, man. Today's video, this is a crazy one. A Poncho posted a video titled "Man Shot to Death After Laughing at Facebook Picture." So you already know what time it is, man. If you're brand new to the channel or you've been watching videos on the channel but not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. Also, don't forget to smash that like button as well. And also, don't forget to make sure you guys got your post notifications turned on. And with that said, man, we're going to go ahead and get the screen record started. That's started, and we're going to start the vid now.
In a world where social media has given us the power to connect, learn, and share knowledge, it has also become a breeding ground for those who embrace idiocy on said platforms. And I'll be honest with you, as the years have gone on, the facts of that statement ring ever so true. Although nowadays we tend to see TikTok users hitting the headlines for reasons that leave you completely baffled.
And it's crazy, we seen a whole lot of them, people harming family, friends, people they don't know at all, stuff like that. It's just crazy right now, man. But with that said, let's continue back with the video.
I'd say that Facebook users still hold that crown, and today's story shows you exactly why that is. On the 25th of April 2023, Tanner Watkins, a Sikeston, Missouri native, would post this to Facebook with the caption, "It's war behind this one." The image depicts him and his then new girlfriend, who for the sake of this video, we'll call A. So you might be asking yourself, how does this Facebook post end up as a story on YouTube? And well, that would be because of a reaction on that photo. Sometime after the image was uploaded to Facebook, a young man by the name of Isaiah Fitzgerald had reacted with laughter at the post. It's unclear of how Tanner and Isaiah knew of each other, but the two were friends on Facebook, so they must have known each other to some extent. Also,
I wouldn't say they know of each other as well. It's possible that they just could be complete strangers to one another, because I've seen people pretty much be added to social media accounts and people don't know that person at all, for real. They just be somebody they added on social media. So with that said, it's possible that they probably really didn't know each other at all, for real. So that said, that's definitely a possibility, but let's continue back with the video.
The city of Sikeston is home to roughly 16,000 people, so it wouldn't be too much of a surprise if they mingled with the same social circles. After Isaiah reacted with laughter, Tanner called him out in the comments and an argument ensued. "What's funny? Got you feeling some type of way, huh? Been on my D since I started effing with Shorty, layman. I be on FB laughing like..."
Man, that's crazy. So this all pretty much just started pretty much over a female. At the end of the day, situations like this, even as well as females doing stuff like this over guys and stuff, this shouldn't be going on, man. If you feel like you gotta compete with somebody to be with somebody, or you can't handle people obviously might finding your partner attractive and wanting to be with that person, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be people you might not even know at all, for real, or people that you do know somewhat of that's possibly going to be liking what your partner posts on social media. So you can't really be getting mad at stuff like that. At the end of the day, that just shows you got what somebody else won't, pretty much, at the end of the day. So if you trust your partner and you know your partner ain't gonna do nothing to make you look like a clown or anything crazy in that nature and stuff like that, is gonna be loyal and remain with you 100% solid, then you shouldn't be paying any attention to those types of people, man. Because this whole situation definitely could have been avoided. But some people just can't do that. When they see somebody wanting to compete or just have something to say in general about the person you're with, then you're going to feel some type of way about it, and you might not be able to hold back from wanting to do something. So at the end of the day, man, try your best to not be put in a situation like this. Just avoid it if it's not nothing to really worry about and you know for a fact that it wouldn't cause anything to happen into your relationship. It's just that simple.
MF, I don't care about you. Definitely feel some type of way. Damn, we really out here posting our cash app on FB. When I win a bet, hell yeah. Yo ugly ass don't even know what's going on, but got an opinion. What I feel some way about. Trying to get some bread, huh? And I don't know, you're the one on my D. We getting bread too. All I did was haha post and MF's mad. Yo insecurities speak for theyself. Nah, you're always on some funny stuff. The F you even react to my picture for anyway. I'm ready though. I seen A on it. Why would I not? I don't know if you think I want your girl or what, but I don't. She F with my lil bro. The F that even got to do with it. You feel some type of way. That's my shorty, and it's all smoke behind her too. You got me confused for the wrong person.
This whole situation
My
was
bad, I
just
don't know
pretty
I got the
much
wrong
for
person.
no reason
Bro, you
at
love this
all.
internet
Like,
stuff. Let me
you
know
already
when
know
you're in
you
the
gonna
S.
have, like, if you know you got somebody that would cause people that on the outside wanting them and stuff like that, that should just show you that you pretty much got the bag. You winning. You're not the person that's losing right now. You got what everybody else wants. That's how it's always gonna be when you really become a person that's trying to be really successful in life. You're always gonna have somebody hating on what you got and probably want what you got. So that's just how you gotta start looking at things for real, for real. But other than that, let's continue on.
Yo, drop the low, we gon' slide later. MF's still asleep. We, say less. Let me know when you're up, I'll drop a spot. You got no wheels or some? My car's getting fixed, I got wheels. Like I said, MF's still asleep. He ain't applying pressure like that, just a broke MF feeling some type of way. Who broke? You, what you waiting on some wheels? Like I said, drop the low, we gon' slide later. Let me know when you're sliding, I'll drop a low. You're a goofy. Let me know when you're in the S, so we can link and crash. You been on this app all morning going back and forth for what? Just say something when you're in the S. Bet, say less. We can do ones, me and you. Say less. And so it looked then as if some kind of
It
altercation
just seemed like both
was
of
on the
these
horizon.
guys just
And
had
although
something
it
they
would go
wanted to
quiet on the
prove to
public
one another
domain,
at that
authorities
point.
say the pair continued their back and forth via DMs, but the contents of those messages haven't been
And
released
that's
to the
not how
public.
you should
We
want to
don't know whether
be
the initial
dealing with
intention was
people
to
at the
go and
end
have
of
a
the day.
fair
Like,
fist fight, but what we
you
do
shouldn't
know
have
is that
to
a
show
meetup
a random
location was made
person
for that very same day
what
at
you
Rotary
about
Park
at the end of the
in
day
the
if they
northeast
not
of the
really
city.
affecting
In a
your
few hours'
money or
time, the
anything
pair were
that you
about to
got
have some
going on
kind of
for real, for real.
altercation over a laughter reaction on Facebook. But before we look over what exactly happened, I want you to remember that caption that was left on the original picture. It's war behind this one. In just a moment, you'll see how Tanner actually meant that. It hadn't been just thrown out there for no reason. It's crazy to think, again, this was over a laughter reaction. On the afternoon of April 25th, 2023, Isaiah had waited in a car at Rotary Park with 4 people, including a child and a woman. Sometime after this, Tanner arrived at the scene with 5 people. As Tanner pulled closer to Isaiah's group, gunshots were exchanged without a word being said. Both cars would go on to be riddled with bullets from AK-47s and various handguns. The shootout had taken place in broad daylight next to a busy golf course. Many players had to run and duck for safety. Some were nearly hit. Those frightened golf players quickly called for authorities and they arrived at the scene within minutes. Upon arriving, responding officers found a Chevrolet close by containing some of Isaiah's group, including himself, the woman, and the child. All were rushed to a nearby hospital. Isaiah would go on to be pronounced dead. The woman would be left in a critical condition, which is still the case according to recent reports. The child, thankfully, left unscathed. It's unclear what happened to the 4th person. Police managed.
And then y'all did all of this where it was a kid around too, so it's just crazy out here, man. Like I said, y'all gotta pay attention and just don't be quick to do things that you know might possibly cause a reaction if you know it might be something that's really nothing for real. Like, you shouldn't even want to just go around causing unnecessary drama and shit like that. So that's it, man. Try to avoid situations like that because it's not worth it at the end of the day. Y'all just gonna really be doing nothing at the end of the day. Y'all might hurt each other or take each other's life or take one another's life, etc., stuff of that nature. But at the end of the day, people are not gonna really care about this situation in the long run. They just gonna know if it at that time for what it was, but later on it's not gonna be really remembered as much for real, for real. So that said, you should want to be one to live to do stuff that's gonna be remembered and make an impact for real. You don't want to be pretty much remembered for a moment and that's it, that's all. Like, you want to be remembered for something for long after you go. So that's it, man. Sad, but that's really how it is, though, man. They caused it, but they just couldn't let it go, and they felt like they had something to prove to one another, and ultimately one of those people lost their life in the situation. So that's it, man. It's just crazy out here.
To track Tanner's group shortly after they had arrived at the scene. They had additional teams tracing them. Although everyone in the group had survived the shooting, some had been injured from gunshots.
Fight was going to happen, but actually what occurred was a gunfight.
Authorities in Sikeston say what started out as an argument on social media turned into a deadly encounter at a city park. Good evening, everyone. Two people now face multiple charges in connection with that shooting. 18-year-old Caleb Ramsey and 20-year-old Tanner Watkins are charged with first-degree murder, armed criminal action, and multiple counts of assault. The two are accused in the shooting at Rotary Park that left an 18-year-old dead and another seriously wounded. Nikki Clark is live in the studio with more details.
Jeff, police say the fight started on Facebook and ended in the shootout at Rotary Park. I spoke with the chief of Sikeston's Department of Public Safety, who tells me investigators have been hard at work to piece it all together.
I'm Javi, and I got Botox Cosmetic. There was a particular photograph, the lines.
Back to this video.
We're out here today combing the scene again, trying to see if we can find any trace evidence, shell casings, or anything like that.
Authorities in Sikeston spent Wednesday morning looking for clues after a deadly shooting Tuesday afternoon.
They were communicating through social media, and it looked like that they were trying to meet up at a location to have a fight.
Sikeston DPS Chief Jim McMillan says the location they picked, Rotary Park.
One party was already here, about 4 people in a vehicle. 2 other vehicles arrived with about 5 other people in those 2 vehicles.
The first vehicle parked in this lot. McMillan says you can still see the tire tracks from where the second vehicle pulled up. Then, he says, shots were fired from both vehicles.
We had a couple different rifles that were used in this and a few pistols that were used as well.
Chief McMillan tells me it didn't take long for witnesses to call 911.
Several people in the area heard the gunfire going off.
This golf course is right next to the park, separated only by a small fence. I spoke with one man who witnessed it. He didn't want to go on camera, but says everyone on the green hit the ground as soon as the gunfire started. That allowed police to quickly find the suspects.
Vehicles leaving, they got those vehicles stopped, addressed the people inside. There were some that were injured and struck by gunfire.
The chief says this park is not known to be a problem area.
It's unusual to have a type of incident like this in this location, so obviously people are very concerned.
Investigators
See, and it's crazy that that's really how it is now. You got areas that not known for this types of things to happen, but you got places that is known for these types of things to happen. And that's sad and unfortunate, man. It really should be like that everywhere where it's not known for something like this to happen. It shouldn't be the norm. It shouldn't be the regular. So with that said, man, this is, like I said, man, it should have been a whole situation that should have been avoided. It really didn't mean nothing for both of them to make this situation happen. At the end of the day, it just looked like they wanted to have something to prove to one another just because type shit. So with that said, man, the situation is just going to be one of those situations that shouldn't have happened. Just meaningless. So that's it, man. Y'all comment down below how y'all feel so far about this whole thing, man. And let's go ahead and continue on. The video is almost over.
they're not identifying either of the victims out of respect for the families. Chief McMillan is asking anyone with information about the shooting to come forward. In the studio, Nikki Clark, Heartland News.
20-year-old Tanner Watkins and 18-year-old Caleb Ramsey, who was a part of Tanner's group, were charged with first-degree murder, 3 counts of first-degree assault, 4 counts of unlawful use of a weapon, armed criminal action, and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. They currently remain in custody, awaiting further court hearings. And I need to remind you once again that this was over a laughter reaction on Facebook. A laughter reaction. Killing someone over a laughter reaction. It really just goes to show you nowadays that people don't value a life anymore. Why do you need to resort to this level of violence over a Facebook reaction? I just don't understand. Also, there hasn't been any information to suggest the pair even had bad blood before this. This was the first time they had a violent encounter, and it's ended up in people either being killed or seriously injured.
And that's pretty much the end of the video, man. Like I said, man, a meaningless situation that shouldn't have happened for what it was. But other than that, though, man, y'all comment down below how y'all felt about this video. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. And also, don't forget to subscribe right now if you haven't already. And also, don't forget to make sure you guys got your post notifications turned on. And with that said, though, man, that's the end of the vid. And I'm going to catch you guys later on with more. So stay tuned. Peace.